Okay, so based versus cringe tier list. Let's go. By the way, the list is purely subjective, but I don't think you have to know that. So without further ado, let's start. So first, PC98 Reimu. Well, she's pretty childish and she takes her power for granted, so I'll put in cringe. However, the modern Reimu is pretty based, even though I would actually put her in super based, but she did some questionable stuff like killing fortune teller, so it's pretty controversial. Some people say, yeah, she is not doing her chores well, and she's actually opposing her god that she was supposed to serve. But I think she's making good moral decisions, and she does take her job seriously. Her job as an incident solver and balance maintainer of Gensokyo. PC90 in Marisa, she was just under Mima and that's it. She was her apprentice, so I'll put her in mixed. Modern Marisa, I'll put her in cringe tier because all she does is just putting her nose into uh, matters she doesn't really have to take her part in. She's basically just meddling, just for shits and giggles. So cringe. Shin Gyoku, no info. Like most of those Touhou 1 characters. Yugen Magan, 5 eyeballs, no info. That was Alice, no info. Kikuri, no info. Mima. Mima was trying to get her revenge, and it's basically it. She was also lying that she's a human god, but then she changed. So she was still a bit of a troll, but she did change her ways. So I'll put her in based. That was, what was her name? What was her name? Kongara, yeah, Kongara. No info. Sariel, no info. Genji. Genji is based. He was a mentor for Reimu. Next was Rika. Rika was just a scientist that built weapons, and then she sent Evil Eye Sigma. So maybe I'll put her after this. So she's just mixed because I don't know. Evil Eye Sigma, no info. I don't know if this thing even has personality. That thing, what is this? Noroiko. What? Matenshi. No, that's Noroiko? No info. Meira. Meira's trying to take over the Reimu's power, but Reimu mistook her for a potential partner, so that was a very funny voice line. However, trying to get power just for some selfish goal is pretty cringe, not gonna lie. Those two things, mini bosses, no info. 5 magic stones. I don't think that's even a character. No info. This thing from stage 4 that appeared twice. No info. This thing from stage 2, also a mini boss. No info. My god. A lot of characters. From PC98 will have this. Orange. She was just going through the mountains and she got attacked and that's it. No info. That was, I believe that was Kurumi. Kurumi was a guardian of the lake. Some yokai. No info. No info. Ellie. Ellie was protecting the mansion. Yuka's mansion. From 2 weak people. She also started Bad Apple based. No info for this thing. PC90 Yuka. PC90 Yuka was just a sleepy yokai who sent some yokai for shits and giggles. However, I would say she's mixed because Well, this is pretty cringe behavior, but for the same time, she also helped solving some incident later, so mixed. Modern Yuka, however, is based. She's just chilling and taking care of her flowers, sunflowers. What's next? Mugetsu and Gengetsu. They're just here in the dream world. So that's pretty. No info really. Now this one, that was I believe that was which one was that? That was Kana or that was Ellen? No, not Ellen. Yeah, that was Ellen. What's her deal? What is her deal? She's a witch. Inability to grow. She's immortal. First type of immortality. What the hell is she? Not dream characters. She's just here. She's just doing stuff. That's it. Kotohime, I believe, has some weird delusions, so I'll put her in super cringe. She's a policewoman and a princess at the same time. Who does that? Kana Anabral. What was Kana Anabral? What was she doing? A poltergeist produced by a mentally unstable girl. She wants to haunt. She wishes to be reassigned to mixed, I would say. Rikako is actually very based actually. So Rikako is basically this magician that is also into science. So she's a scientist and a magician at the same time. She's basically PC98 Patchouli. She's super based. Okay, Chiyuri. Chiyuri is Yumemi's assistant, therefore mixed because it all depends on Yumemi, and Yumemi was trying to research the Gensokyo magic and create this hyper vessel or some shit. What was this called? So she wanted to expand science. She just wanted to do science, so she's super based to this robot mixed. I mean, really no info. So, Mimi-chan. Mimi-chan, no info. That is that. What is that? What the hell is that? Mystic Square, Wheel Demon. That's a wheel demon. No info. That's Sarah, I believe. Yes, that's Sarah, the gatekeeper of Makai. I mean, yeah, sure, good job. Keep your work. This thing, no info. This is what was her name? Jeez, Louise. She's a Makai person. She also turns into Yuki Onna. People think that's the same character. That's why she's doubled here. So she's just a random person from Makai. Mixed. PC98 Alice. She's just a magician. Mixed. Current Alice. current Alice is pretty based with her dolls. I think that's a very interesting hobby, even though it's very creepy, and her rather not very, she's not very nice per se, but she is based. The doll, no info. Yuki and Mai. Yuki is based. Mai is cringe. Why? Yuki loved her sister Mai, but Mai just thought her sister Yuki is just holding her down. It can be seen when you fight them. So yeah, this thing, I don't know, no info. That Yumeko is just serving her master. She's a creation of her master, based, but actually, yeah, based because she's cool. Shinki is the master of Makai, and all she did was just wanting a good fight. Then she stopped after she got beaten. Super based because she's Shinki. Card King, no info. Rumia. Rumia is just flying around and hitting the trees, sometimes eating humans because she's so stupid. Cringe. And Dayosei, she's just a fairy. Mixed. Cyrno. Cheerno. Cringe. Come on, she's so full of herself. Mailing. She's doing a good job, even though people say she doesn't. Kakuma. Honestly, no info. Patchouli, super based. Why? She's doing the research. She's making her knowledge greater every day. She doesn't care for any relationships you would have. She's just staying there in the library, attaining knowledge, learning to do magic, solving problems. She's doing her job. She is absolutely super based. You would want to be like her, honestly. Okay, Sakuya. She's serving her master. She has a very good work ethic. She is also super based. Remilia Scarlet, super cringe. She's freaking selfish, and she wanted this Scarlet Mist just to be able to go outside without any consideration for the entirety of Gensokyo. She's also just a freaking brat overall, so she's super cringe. Flandre Scarlet. Flander is actually mixed because she's neither cringe nor she's based, because she's just staying in her basement, afraid of doing something bad to someone, and also because Sun is outside. So I'm not going hard on her. Letty White Rock, Yukion that likes to, I don't know what she's doing. I put her in base because winter is cool. Chen. No, she's cringe. Come on. Prism River Sisters. I mean, their music makes your emotions go wild. I would say Lyrica is based because she actually wants to talk to humans, but those two are mixed because they're pretty dangerous and not very sociable. Okay, except this one especially. Yomu Konpaku. She makes good work there, protecting the Hakugyokoro and her master Yuyuko. She also does sometimes get involved in protecting Balance and Gensokyo, helping other protagonists. like Reimu and Rarsa. So I think she is pretty based, even though she's very clueless. Yuyuko, I mean that whole winter incident was pretty cringe, but she does do a good work on her garden. I would say mixed. Lily White, she's a fairy that announces the spring very loudly. Based. Ran. She's just a Shikigami calculator. She has lots of other Shikigamis by herself, by the way, including Chen. Honestly cringe. Yukari. I don't really like Yukari that much as a character, but to be perfectly objective, I would say she is pretty based, considering, well, she is actually intervening when shit is getting real, even though she's sleeping most of the time. But when shit is getting real, she does put this work to protect Gensokyo. She is a troll, and she did mixed. I would say mixed. But more to the. Okay, she's based. Okay, she is based. Wait, I'll just maybe. So Suika Ibuki. So she was causing a little bit of a ruckus being there before the festival. Everyone was asking what's going on with that mist. They realized it's just Suika observing them. So Suika is just chilling and drinking. So she's pretty based overall. Okay, Regal Nightbug. She is based because, yeah, she is right. Bugs are very important for the ecosystem, and you shouldn't take it for granted. However, she's also annoying as fuck, so she's only based, not super based. Mistia. Okay, so Mistia is just luring humans around. That's pretty cringe. You shouldn't do that. That's terrible. Kane, protecting the village, preserving the history, being a teacher, super based. Kane is super based. Tay, cringe. She's basically just a troll, and all she does is trolling Raisin. However, Raisin is also cringe because she's assuming a role she doesn't have. While, however, she did help in Legacy of the Latin Kingdom, and she did oppose the Lunarians. So I would say she is mixed. Erin, she created the Horror Elixir. She's a mastermind. She is pushing medicine forward. So she's super based. Kaguya is also based, but not super based. That's because she's not pushing all that hard. She does walk around the village. She's not a NEET, by the way. She talks to people. She is kind of a troll. She sends you for Moko, so that's what's lowering the score. And that all 5 impossible tasks was also a pretty shitty thing to do. Very trolly thing to do. You can say she's one of the biggest trolls in Gensokyo secretly. So, but still, she's pretty based overall. Moko is an immortal that has a feud with Kaguya because of that 5 impossible task thing, because her father died, and she's helping people around in the bamboo forest. overall a pretty good person. I would say she's super based, but that's more on in between. I'm putting her anyway, but that's a lower bit. On the lower side of the spectrum of super based. Aya Shameimaru is a reporter. I would say super cringe, but honestly, Aya doesn't have any ill intentions, and her influence is somewhat okay. She's bringing good news, sometimes not entirely true, sometimes throwing PR. I would say she's mixed because it can go either way, honestly. Medicine. Medicine wanted to kill humans because she was abandoned and she wanted to poison the lake. That's pretty cringe, honestly. Murder is not okay. But then she changed and she just was chilling around. Mixed. Komachi. Komachi is doing a great job, even though she sometimes sleep around and lay. But come on, this job is really hard. And Shinigami is a very important job too, guiding the dead souls so they don't get lost, and then bringing them across the Sanzu River. She's based. She's based. Eiki. Eiki is a judge who always wants the best for people. That's why in the Phantasmagoria Flower View she was scaring other characters with hell, but that's because she wanted the best for them. She didn't want them to go to hell. She's lawful good. She's absolutely super based. She's going here. She's going high up there, up to the top. She's the one of the based characters in Touhou, in my opinion. Okay, Minoriko. Minoriko, goddess of crops. Very modest god. Likes to go to her villager worshippers to chill around. Overall, a pretty based person. Shizuha Aki. She paints the leaves in autumn. That's her job. Also pretty based because that's quite a daunting job, honestly. Hina. Hina is also very based because she is keeping the bad luck from people around. That's why she's usually not around people, because she knows that when they get close to her, they will get bad luck that is spinning all around her. So she's super based. Just around the Moko tier based. Yeah. So Nitori is a kappa that likes to advance technology. However, kappas don't really share this technology with other Gensokyo residents, and she's a bit of a troll sometimes, so I'll lower her only to based. Momiji. Momiji is Momiji, come on. Sanae. Sanae always wants the best. For her shrine. She's working very hard. She's pretty nice, but also self-righteous at times. Kind of a bitch, really, but she's not a bad person. She tries her best, and Moria Shrine is pretty based, so Sanae is pretty based too. Kanako. Oh my god, she's super based, absolutely based. So this idea of advancing technology in Gensokyo and giving them energy due to nuclear fusion, on paper it was an amazing idea, and honestly Kanako was the right person here. Also, my opinion, Moria Shrine better than Hakurei Shrine. Changed my freaking mind. Moria Shrine collected a lot of followers thanks to her. among them yokai mostly, around the mountain, from Tengus and Kappas mostly, but yeah. But Moria Shrine, pretty based. And Kanako is also extremely based, all that technology and stuff. Suako, just chilling around in the Moria Shrine. She's also a local god, more of a countryside god. Not that ambitious, but equally as powerful. She's only base because she doesn't have very big ambitions, but she's still on a base side. So yeah. The next is what was her name? What was her name? Nagae Iku. She comes from the heavens, and she warns people before a cataclysm happens. So she is based by that alone. Tenshi. Tenshi. So objective opinion. Yeah, I like Tenshi, but objectively speaking, she's super cringe. She's a freaking brat who was born as a celestial. She didn't have to work for it, and then when she was kicked from the heaven, she was all that nosy about everything, and she literally just caused an incident just because she was bored. Like, that's a very cringe behavior, honestly. Kisume, she's a yokai who jumps at people and wants to eat them. Cringe. Yamame is pretty nice, but she's a yokai who controls poison. However, she does try to be nice to people who are also based. Parsi is very cringe. She's a jealous yokai, jealous of literally everything you can be, and not a very good person to be around. So she's super cringe. Yugi is based. I like Suika also, and Oni, yeah. I put her here, yeah. Satori, keeping the former hell around. Her power to read minds is pretty scary. She was a detective trying to find this mystery of this. I would say I don't know if she's super based, honestly, but she has quite a job to fulfill. Quite a lot to do on her own, and she's a yokai that has to stay there because she knows she is creepy to everyone. Oren is based. Not much to say about here. Oku, however, is super cringe because, I mean, not only she misunderstood Kanako, she went for it, and she tried to literally destroy Gensokyo just because some god told her to do that. And she's completely irresponsible in that game. She's also just pretty dumb overall. Koishi left her mind-reading powers like Satori to get rid of her own mind in result, so she's kind of clueless but happy right now. That's a weird choice, though. Very weird choice of matters. I would not want to be Koishi in this situation. I would say mixed. I, I would keep mind reading, honestly. Hatate, Aya's rival. So she's just as Aya. Those three fairies of light, they're all cringe because they're freaking stupid fairies and they destroyed the Hakurei Shrine. Nazrin is also cringe because she's pretty greedy and not much for that. Kugasa just wants to scare people because she's sad that nobody really wanted her when she was a normal umbrella. Now she's trying to scare people, but nobody really cares. So mixed. I'm just really sorry for her. Ichirin, a nun that has a familiar in a form of a Chad cloud. Honestly, this cloud gives her. Normally, she would be mimics because she's nothing special, but because she has Unzan, that already puts her up with based tier because Unzan alone would be super based. So she's based on average. Captain Murasa, she's a captain of the ship with quite a backstory with Byakuren. She's based. Show. Next. Byakuren. Byakuren with that strong opinion of hers. Yep, super based. Very strong personality overall. Nue Hoju. She's just trolling you all the way. Not much to say here. Mixed. I mean, she tried to protect that those seeds, but then again she was kind of trolly all around, like a yokai would do. So she's pretty mixed. Not much to say about her though. Kyoko. Kyoko is just working around the temple. So Yoshika has no personality. A necrophile. Oh, super based, absolutely super based. Necromancy, all that backstory with forging her own death. All that very strong personality. Absolutely based. Sogano Tojiko. No info. Sorry. I have no info on her. Mononobe no Futo, just a random person. Not really much to say. Toyo Satomimi no Miko, yeah. Trans rights are human rights plus no rights for yokai. Super based, obviously. Mamizo is based. Very knowledgeable person. Likes to troll because she's a yokai, but yeah, she is level-headed enough to be based. Kokoro, another character that is more like you are sorry for her, but not really think she's based. That she's just a fish. She's trying to infiltrate the people. Not very cool. That's just a werewolf. Those two Tsukumagami sisters. Mixed. Seija, absolutely cringe. What the hell are you doing? Some weird uprising? Come on, Seija, grow up. Not very cool of you. Very evil person. She should never. She should never be trusted. Uh, but you, Shin Miyomaru, are also pretty cringe just for falling for that shit Seija told you. Um, Raiko is based because she's a drummer. That's automatically based. Sumireko is pretty cringe because she's a teenager. So that's by default. And all that language she uses. Not much to say here though. Seiran. You are working for Lunarians, so that's cringe. Same for Ringo. You are keeping the dreams. You have a very base job, honestly. You work for Lunarians. You are cringe. Clown piece. I would say she would be based, but she's a freaking fairy from hell. I would say she's based just because, although she is a fairy. Okay, so I'll put her in mixed here. I would say normally she would be based by the thing she did, but then again she's a freaking fairy, and fairies are annoying as heck by default. So mixed. Junko. Yeah, screw Lunarians. Super based. Hekatia, goddess of hell, super based. Eternity larva. She's a fairy, but she's a based fairy because she's not Cyrano and all that shit. She just kidnaps children, and she's not very interesting. Cringe. Aun is just a cute dog. I'll put her in mixed. Narumi is a Jesus statue that was given life. She has ability to control life, so she can basically kill a fairy, literally kill a fairy, but she chooses not to do it. She's based. Mai and Satono, they choose to serve Lady Okina, and they have no memory of anything before that. To put your own memory on the stake, that's pretty cringe, and making yourself as a slave for a freaking god. However, this god, well, the goddess Okina herself, her motivation to really cause an incident was just to put a mark on herself because she wanted to be noticed, because she's normally a secret god and a sage of Gensokyo. That's pretty super cringe, honestly, even though I like Okina as a character. Not a very based behavior. Rinosuke. Rinosuke is keeping his job. He doesn't do that macro because he doesn't like it. He's this chill guy who sells dubious stuff from outside world. I would say he's pretty based overall. Even not super based because he is kind of a he likes to. I mean, that's just a matter of how capitalism works, but by the virtue of that he's exploiting this position of himself of an entrepreneur, and sometimes making those prices really high for some useless shits he's selling. I would lower his score just to based tier overall. He's still a normal Chad, just not a Giga Chad. Okay. Rei Sen from she's a Lunarian cringe. Lunarians you are cringe. Kassen, you are super based. You are a sage of Gensokyo. You have quite an arc. not much to say because I don't want to go too long. Was that Aki or Kusuzu? Never mind. They're both based, however. So, yeah. Renko and Maribel. No info, honestly. Yoki Konpaku, no info, but he looks like a based guy, but no info. Yorigami Sisters. No. So June is super cringe. She's just a at least in the perfect possession incident, she's just a greedy bastard, and she abuses that power. Shion Norigami. I mean, I am really sorry for her, but I can't really say I agree with her. Tokiko, no info. Fortune teller. Oh, we love you, fortune teller. You are going to the super base tier. Just for the sake of the meme. You are just placing the stones. You are just a freaking yokai who just chills around. You are pretty okay. You are based. Kutaka is pretty stupid, but she is also pretty based. She does her job well. Okay. Yachie. Mind control isn't very cool. Mayumi is just a marionette for Keiki. Keiki, you are very based. Okay. Mayumi will be based too, because Yomo is also based. So Mayumi will also be based. But Keiki, you are super based because very strong opinions on technology and those beast spirits. Saki is just a conqueror, a leader of wolves. Cringe. I don't have an info on you, sorry. What the hell? Neko Marisa, what the hell? No, sorry, I didn't read that manga. Mike. A cat that is giving you good luck. Mixed. Kakane. Cringe. Come on, capitalism. Just hoarding those cards. Although she did want to just bring them back after she got cornered, but the protagonist didn't want that, so she's mixed. Okay, she's mixed now. You smoke. You're cringe. You are cringe because no, let's be fair. She is based. She created the Yin Yang Orbs for Reimu, therefore she's above Reimu. You are what was your name? Megumu. That was Megumu. No, capitalism bad. You are super cringe. You are just a manipulative shithead on the level of Seija. And probably Shun goes here too. Remilia goes here. But below Tenshi. You go here. You are just stupid. You two are just stupid. You are here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's another. Okay, so you are the goddess of capitalism, which is pretty cringe by itself, but you just wanted to really never stop existing, so that's why you created this marketplace in the first place. You are mixed. Momoyo, she's just a, she's just this worm that just digs around and just minds her own business. So she's based. Not much to say here. And Yuma Totetsu, you greedy bastard. But you're hella based. But you're still a greedy freaking bastard. Mm, she's mixed because, um, well, she has her very based methods. I would say. She did try to talk first rather than fighting, and her goals were not to take over everyone but to be safe. So pretty. So she was pretty cunning. So that's it. That's my list. Super based, based, mixed, cringe, super cringe, no info.